So I want you to imagine with me for a moment that you're a visitor at Calvin. And you're standing in the sanctuary, and people are singing the way that Calvin can really sing. Voices are raised in harmony, filling the space with sound, lifting hearts and binding souls together. You got that in your mind? Now imagine a single voice singing alone. The contrast is stark. Connection, the indescribable, powerful force that transcends the individual and weaves us together as a greater whole. Awe is a gateway to connection. When we experience something vast, something beyond ourselves, we instinctively reach for others. Did you see that? We need moments that sociologist Emil Durkheim called collective effervescence. These moments where joy and pain, where purpose intertwines, and being lost intertwines with the shared experience. It reminds us that we are not alone. There are acts of healing in a world that too often isolates, divides, and fragments us. Psalm 149 calls us to this very experience. Alleluia! Sing, Yahweh, a new song. I can hear Bono singing, sing, sing a new song. See, I told you I can't sing. The psalmist understood something foundational about human nature. We are created for connection. The Israelites in exile and in celebration turned to song and to dance and to instruments to express their deepest emotions and to unite as a people. The act of worship was more than just a tradition. It was a declaration of belonging. In today's world, we often see the power of this in communal worship. When a congregation sings together, especially the way that Calvin can and does sing together, there is a tangible sense of unity. But this isn't about music. Do you realize that? This isn't about music. This is about our history, about our faith, and the covenant that binds us together. It's about remembering that we are connected to a story that is far greater than us. Jesus knew this truth intimately. He didn't just preach to the masses. He created experiences of connection. Yeah, the crowds followed him. They were drawn to him by his words, his presence, and his power. People reached out, but not just for healing, but for the profound experience of being seen, known, and understood. Jesus didn't just create large-scale connection. He also met with people in the most individual levels. We all agree that there is something very intimate about eating with others, right? Back in those days, it was even more so. They reclined on mats and cushions around low tables for meals. Yes, it looked a lot more like this than it did Da Vinci's mural that we all love. Jesus and the disciples reclined on their left elbows and ate and communicated with their right hands. This fostered a sense of intimacy and connection. Everyone is on the same eye level. You can't help but connect with people. Jesus shared with them what would become one of the two sacraments. He paid individual, personal, intimate attention as he looked them in the eye, and they felt so much more than valued. They felt like they belonged, like they connected. They felt like family. What would it be like to be with Jesus like this? To have him see you, know you, and call you by your name. That moment of identification as family, that shared space, that sacred space is core to what it means to connect. It's core to the feast we celebrate. For a foretaste of it, come to our Monday, Thursday, all new Taizé-like service on April 17th at 7 p.m. Don't worry, there will be chairs and tables. Please forgive me for the shameless plug. Jason Silva, a Venezuelan American television personality, short filmmaker, futurist, and public speaker, describes something remarkable, something that he calls emotional synchrony. This is a state in which two or more people experience something together, aligning their emotions, their thinking, and their thoughts and their understanding together. It's like when a newborn communicates through facial gestures, vocalizations, and nonverbal cues. It's like when we watch a movie and we become so immersed, so attuned, so invested in the characters that their emotions become our emotions. It's what Jewish philosopher Martin Buber called the I-thou relationship. That sacred space where two or more individuals see each other fully. The need for synchrony, for attunement, to be begotten, stays with us for a lifetime. When we feel heard, understood, when we feel seen, we thrive. You get that? When we feel seen, we thrive. Brené Brown speaks of collective effervescence as a balm for loneliness. Something I think we really need these days, because I really do believe we're still coming out of the lockdown. It's a powerful force for healing. When we gather, whether for worship or for song or around the table, or in a moment of shared awe, we dissolve the walls of isolation and we come alive. So the next time you find yourself in a moment of shared experience. A song, a story, a sacred meal. Breathe it in. Hold it in, allowing the divine connection to find the cracks and to heal you and to heal the hurt. Know that you are a part of something infinitely greater, and let that reality transform your life and the life of those with whom you share it. Friends, Jesus calls us to this kind of connection. He calls us to slow down, to see, to listen, to be present. He calls us to experience life together, to seek joy together, to grieve together, to heal together. Connection is neither personality type nor luxury. Connection is foundational to being human. It's the keystone. It's one of the keystones of our health. It's the very essence of what it means to be a follower of the Christ. Amen? Amen.